So, Liverpool have signed Hugo Ekitike, and Paul Joyce has put an article out, guys. And the most interesting part of this article is not the fact that Liverpool have signed Ekitike, it's what is hidden in that article, guys. So, I'm going to cover those points right now. Also cover, obviously, the stuff he's mentioned about Ekitike. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. We are one sub off the 3K that we wanted to do before the end of the summer window. Make sure you are that person to push us over the edge. And leave a comment down below, guys. So, here we go, shall we say. Can't share this article with you guys. It's obviously behind a paywall. It's obviously titled that Liverpool complete the Ekitike move for £79 million. Goes on to say that Ekitike rejected the approach from Old Trafford, which came in late, and wanted to sign for Liverpool. He signed a 6-year deal, completed his medical yesterday, and he's now going to go join Liverpool in Hong Kong as they face AC Milan on Saturday. I'd be surprised if he played this weekend. The deal will cost 69 million up front, in the main part of it, with 10 million add-ons. We know about all this. Liverpool outmanoeuvred Newcastle to sign Ekitike, who first spoke to Slot at the end of a breakout Bundesliga season for him. Newcastle have turned their attention to other players. They turned their attention to Ekitike after missing out on Liam Delap and João Pedro. Contact between Liverpool officials and Ekitike's camp had been established in the new year, and Liverpool waited until Newcastle were trying to close a deal before revealing their hand. A similar tactic they did when they signed Luis Diaz, or instead of him going to Tottenham. Now, this is the part that is interesting. And again, this is from Paul Joyce. Basically, this is like Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, whatever you want to say, saying this when he writes something down. So this is it now, guys. Liverpool retain an interest in Newcastle's Alexander Isak, but the St James's Park club insist that he's not for sale. They believe Ekitike, who scored 15 goals last season, can flourish under Slot's tutelage. But I'm not really bothered about the last bit. It's the fact that Paul Joyce has actually said, guys, that Liverpool still, even though they've signed Ekitike, they still have an interest in Isak. So there you go. He does also say here as well how we may say Ekitike play, and it's kind of potentially linked with what would happen if we signed Isak. He says here that Slot views the player as a multifunctional centre forward who primarily plays as a 9, but he can also play out wide and perform as a second striker. Now, we covered this in the stream on Monday. Ekitike has played maybe a handful of games as a winger, and he has played a little bit as a second striker, but predominantly he plays as a number 9. There are many similarities between Ekitike and Isak, albeit the latter has proven himself at a higher level, yet Liverpool believe that Ekitike's ability to bring teammates into play and operate in tight areas, and also stretch the defence, mark him down as a future star should he maintain his trajectory. Blah, blah, blah. And then lastly, he just mentions here that Liverpool are also interested in Crystal Palace centre-back Mark Guehi. So they're the parts there, guys, that I find very interesting. I mean, he does add at the end that there's doubts over Núñez, Diaz, Elliott and Chiesa. So I wouldn't be surprised if all them players leave, which again, that opens the question. If we were to sell Núñez, Diaz and Chiesa, we would be left with Ekitike, Gakpo and Salah as our front line for next year. So it does open the door for a potential move for Alexander Isak, guys. It really does. But anyway, I just find that interesting that he's mentioned this. I really do, guys. Anyway, let me know down below what you think. Could we potentially see Alexander Isak move to Liverpool? I think Liverpool will probably get Mark Guehi done next. I really do think that that's obviously going to be next in line, so we'll see what happens there. Let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.